Greetings, family. Empress D. Oh, look at this. Look where, family. I'm in my little piece of heaven. Nature. Like, look at this. I'm overdressed. It's hot. Like, I'm wearing a long sleeve, and I really should be in a tank top, family. Listen, especially if you're in the greater Toronto area, I hope you're getting out in nature. Because if you're not, you're doing a disservice to yourself, because this is so beautiful and healing. Even if it's just like a little 15-minute walk in a wooded area, and this is what I notice around the GTA or anywhere I travel to, anywhere I go, there is always a trail, a park, always. And I think that when they plan these cities and communities, that they are required to include like a nature space in them, because I find that they're very plentiful. So I say all that to say that there's no excuse not to be getting out in nature. It's so soothing and healing. And especially if you're in a climate where it's nice and warm at this time of year, use that to your advantage and try it. Try getting into that pattern and that habit in this nice warm weather, and so that you are so addicted that by the time you're in the colder weather, you're going to continue your habit, so anyway, that's my spiel for nature. So what I want to talk about today, family, is fruits. And not the fruits that we eat, but the fruits of our beings. Okay, family? I know that there's a verse in the Bible. I'm not going to pretend to know what verse and where to find it, but that essentially a man is known by his fruits. Okay? So the interpretation of that to me, or my perception of that verse, is that people will know and evaluate who you are by what you produce, right? Essentially your fruits. So what are your fruits? Your fruits are essentially everything, right? It's essentially how you show up on this planet, right? So your fruits can be the type of car you drive. The fruits could be how many children you've produced. The fruits can be your how much you earn out annually. Your fruits are also how patient you are, and how that shows up in the rearing of your children and how your children turn out. Your fruits are going to be anything that you manifest on this planet. Your fruits are how you make people feel in interpersonal relationships. Your fruits are how people feel around you. I'm going to just say this quickly. So the way that I determine if a relationship is serving for me or not is after I'm in the presence with the person and I'm on my own time. I ask myself, how do I feel after spending time with this person? Do I feel drained and low and sad or upset or longing or lacking something? Or do I feel excited, calm, at peace, giddy, happy after interacting with that person? So, and so in my life, I try to really limit my time with those that after I spend time with them, I don't feel good. So that's how I evaluate who's in my life and who's not. Right? And I encourage you all to do that too, because again, I'm living in peace. I'm living in a reality where the baseline is peace. And once you live in that, you never want to leave from that, family. And so anyway, that's just a bit of an aside to the fact that we all are in this to essentially yield the best fruits that we can. So anything that we touch, it should end up better after we interact or we touch it, if that makes sense. I actually consciously live that way. I want every interaction that I have with whoever it is, I want to consciously make sure that they are feeling better after interacting with me, if not neutral. And sometimes I understand that my purpose on this planet is to do a bit of provoking, and I don't do it in a malicious way. It's with love. I recognize that, and that's what people don't like. I really feel that I'm doing what I'm intended to do on this planet. I listen to those messages of what you're supposed to do, and I know that might seem crazy, and if it does, it's okay. But I often, like, if an interaction with somebody, I get an intuitive that we need to interact, and it's just what it is, and I follow it, right? And it's and I find, I'll give you an example. Anyway, I went to the hair store where close to where that one I frequent all the time. I've been supporting this person so much for years. Anyway, so I went there to sorry family, to get an exchange for my child. She was obviously, I have no hair on my head, so there's nothing at the hair store for me, really. But I had to get hair anyway for whatever. So I bought the wrong one. But when I bought the original one, I spoke to the ladies at the front and I said, listen, I'm not sure if this is the right one. I might need to exchange. And she's like, oh yeah, no, that's okay. Just make sure you have the receipt and so on and so forth. So obviously I bought the wrong one and I had to go back and exchange it, and I went that same day. Long story short, I went back the same day to exchange, and the owner, it's the only man in there, the most senior person, and they are of an Asian background, and they, Asians, at least in my area, are the ones to typically own these stores. And the way that he treated me with such disrespect, unsolicited, made me have to do what I'm here on this planet to do. And so there's more to the story, and maybe one day I'll do a video about it. But I had to tell him that, listen, if I don't come here, you don't eat, okay? If it's not me and my sisters that come here, you don't eat. So mind how you treat us, in front of all of his employees and customers. And it was a wonderful display. But I say that as that I know that it's my role to be an agitator sometimes. Because at the end of the day, my hope in that whole situation was that that man would think twice before treating us with disrespect. So let me I want to finish the story, but no, let's leave it at that. So back to the topic, family. It's all, like, trust me, I will end it like this. It doesn't serve anybody to treat another person poorly, to manipulate them, to try to take advantage of them, to try to get one over on them. It doesn't serve you in the long run, and it doesn't serve the person. So what's the point, right? Let's all treat each other like we want to be treated, and the world would be such a wonderful place. Anyway, I'm going to stop my rant here. Thank you, family, for taking the time to listen. I love and I value each and every one of you. One love.